What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Lowlife motherfucking Chopper Podcast.
What's up, sissies?
We out here. Lowlife Lowdown went down. And if you missed it, I feel bad for you, son. Because you got 99 problems and your mom's a cunt. That was fucked up.
That was good. Your mom is probably sweet, but...
Yeah, your mom's probably a wicked nice lady.
Yeah.
Show was sick.
If you missed it, you're a cunt.
Yeah, show was sick. We're going to dive deep into that. But first, jump into those fucking 3 S's.
Yeah, let's start off with the shows, sponsors, and shout-outs. There's a show coming up, and I'm very excited about it this year, and that is the Dead Beat Retreat. This is the flagship show of the Lowlife Chopper Podcast. This is where all lowlifes go to die, and it's coming back with a furious vengeance. August 9th through the 11th at the Blackthorn Resort in East Durham, New York. We gonna be there. There's heart-shaped jacuzzis. If you get a cabin, you can just throw your fucking tent really anywhere. Like, they didn't give a fuck, dude. This is a place built for bikers. So, come on down, check it out. Reggae pool party. Like, last year was kind of last minute. We had to call, Steve called an audible, and we had to scramble to get, like, a new venue. This time, it's locked in. He's got the events ready. There's like 3 bars on site. You can drink anywhere. It's humongous, dude. We didn't even get into like all the camping sites, but there's like a fucking river running through there.
Huge.
It's fucking humongous. And then there's like this huge open field where you can just fucking tool around. I'm sure there's going to be another wedding this year. It's going to be off the fucking chain. So come out and support Deadbeat Customs and come party with us. That's really one of my favorite shows of the year, if not the favorite show of the year.
Yeah, the original Chopper Party, the Smokeout Rally, September 5th through the 8th. This is at the Rowan, I don't know if that's how you say it, Rowan County Fairgrounds, Salisbury, North Carolina. There's going to be live music, wet t-shirt contest, bike shows, mini bike racing, the Tankful Bike Tank art display, which No Look Paintworks is painting a tank for, by the way. World's Strongest Biker, burnout contest, vendors, Legacy International. I don't know what that is.
World's Strongest Biker. What's the World's Strongest Biker?
Great food and tons of camping. I think it's like a competition.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. And listen, I'm just saying, you might find some East Coast boys down in the fucking South. Just saying.
Recreate the Civil War, dude.
Shoo!
Have some invading Yankees. Yeah. We might be there. We're trying to make arrangements now, but I could go for some grits. I could go for some collard greens.
Listen, my favorite thing, the first thing I always get once I get down into the South, some motherfucking hush puppies. Oh, son, listen, I'm telling you, I love me some hush puppies.
I'm not a big fan of the hush puppies.
I love them. Shout outs.
Yeah. Shout outs. Oh, wait, sponsors.
Oh, shit.
We got Rodney, Bump Shop Diaries. It's camping season, boys and gals. You need something to drink that coffee or whiskey out of at the campsite. And you can't pack your favorite ceramic mug. It's going to be in pieces by the time you get there and set up.
For sure.
You need a metal enameled camp mug. emblazoned with the LCP logo. So go over to lowlifechopperpodcast.com, buy yourself a camp mug, and then you're going to skedaddle over to bumpshopdiaries.com, and you're going to pick up a bag of the hardtail blend, whole or ground. And I'm going to send you a code for $5 off. It's $15 shipped to your door. So now you got some diesel fucking coffee and a diesel fucking mug. And you're straight. Pack that shit. You can take that bag, stick it in the mug, just carabiner off the back of your bag, off some mole strips, and you're good for the weekend, bud. So get on over to Bump Shop Diaries, give him a follow, listen to the podcast, check out, he has all sorts of cool shit on that store too. So support the Tree Bark Assassin. The other sponsor we have this month, Stay Strong Co. At the Lowlife Lowdown, we launched our first hot sauce collab with Jean-Luc, the baby Jesus. He was wearing the white pants too, baby. And he had cowboy boots with flames on them and shit.
Oh, yeah, he was
with metal toes. They were pimp as shit, dude. He's a good looking boy. We're twinsies, kind of. He's a little bit stronger. But anyways, LCP chopper sauce. Hotter than a holly and a pepper patch, baby. And these fucking things they're so delicious. We sold a fuck ton of them. We're going to be giving away the LCP chopper sauce this month for June to one of our lucky laddies. If you want to get in on that, go ahead and sign up. lowlifechopperpodcast.com. Click that Patreon link. Giveaway level sponsor. Supporter. $10. $10 a month. And you could just win one. And if you don't want to wait, you can't have enough of this stuff in your fridge anyways. So go over to Stay Strong Co. It's live on his website. $10, dude. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a good fucking deal. It's
$10.
Everybody that bought some at the show wrote into us
it's
the
delicious
next day and was telling us how great it was.
Yeah. It got that sweet New Hampshire maple syrup on the front end. And then all of a sudden, bam, you got those serranos, the habaneros on the back end, give you a nice burn, that afterburn. So while you're there, you're going to want to pick up the shit and the shits too. Just get the trio, the holy trinity. Perfect. LCP chopper sauce, the shit, the shits. And then you're stocked up for summer. You have a barbecue at your house, you're going to be a glad dad. Everybody's going to be like, where'd you get this boutique hot sauce? And you can say, you don't know, motherfucker? You don't listen to the Low Life Chopper podcast? You don't know who John is from Stay Strong Co? What are you, fucking retarded? Get out of my fucking backyard. And then kick him out of your house.
Fight him.
But your barbecue is going to be literally on fire this year.
Shoo, hold on.
And we stocked up.
Keep talking.
We stocked up. And I was eating it all motherfucking weekend. We had the chopper sauce. We had the shit. We had the shits. And we were grilling. We were grilling them glizzies. We're grilling up some burgers. And, do you got a bottle right there?
Yeah, for all you guys watching on the fucking YouTube, here it is. Check out the fucking labeling on that, son. And look, for all you guys that are counting all your calories, blam. This is legit hot sauce. It doesn't get any more legit than this. This isn't just some shit that's getting fucking cooked up somewhere in a fucking meth lab. All right, this is legitimate fucking hot sauce. Look at the fucking profile.
This isn't bathtub hot sauce.
Yeah, look at the profile on that bottle. You shit me? It's fucking delicioso. You can see the seeds in there. There's Baby girl. Tell you what, you spread this on your girl's butt cheeks, she'll never forget you. That's a fact, Jack.
It's got that. Yeah, she'll never forget that. This guy poured hot sauce in my butt.
It was real sweet, but then it got really hot.
Yeah, at first it was really nice, and then bam. So, all right. Shout outs. I guess we're gonna do shout outs throughout the recap, because all my shout outs are gonna be show related. So
Yeah,
maybe we'll
same.
just pepper them in like Salt Bay.
Same.
So, Lowlife Lowdown went down June 8th.
It was amazing.
Yeah, dude. The weather was, you might be asking yourself, yo, Rye Guy, why your grill all busted up? Why does it look like you're a serpent from a different dimension? I got burnt the fuck up, dude. It was so goddamn hot and sunny that my forehead, dude, I had my hat like this, like an idiot.
Oh, you had an ill
like
sunburn.
If only there was a way to keep sun off your forehead. But I had this stupid D thing here. I got, dude, that just blistered and bubbled up. Saturday night, I was at the cabin, dude, and it was just like disgusting. So yeah. I'm a fucking leper, but that's how hot and sunny it was. You got burnt too. You were looking pretty crispy.
Dude, listen, first of all, I only drank Modelo's this day. And by the time the show was over and everything cleaned up and cleared and I got back home, I felt like I was drunk. And I was not drunk. I think I had a heat stroke.
No shit.
I was like sitting on my couch in the AC, and it didn't seem real that the Lowlife Lowdown just happened. I was like, did it?
No, after the show, we went back to your garage. You were sitting in that chair, and you were as red as a lobster.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very spicy.
We have fair skin.
We had 2 little fucking rain patches come through for about 2.5 minutes. And then within 10 minutes, the ground was dry again.
Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning, if you missed the show, I feel bad for you. Last year was a good show. This year was fucking sick. We just had the right people. We had the right vendors. The right people show up. The band was fucking titties. The bar setup was fucking sick. The barbecue truck, dude, their food was so fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything was just perfect.
Beef, fries.
Everything was perfect.
Yeah. People started showing up. So we got there at like 9 o'clock or so, and we started setting everything up. Dude, there was people rolling in at like 10. And shout out, there was a couple of listeners that they couldn't make it because they were going to the races. But they just showed up and dropped off some cash for the for Operation Purpose.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But dude, the dude on the trike, he showed up at like 10:30.
Yeah, and hung out.
And people were just showing up, and we're just letting them in as we were setting up. People were coming in, we're just letting them in. We're just like, oh well, you're fucking here. We're not ready yet for you. But we already had people like walking around and shit like at 11 o'clock in the morning before the show even started. But that whole morning was beautiful. I think the first streak of rain came like in the afternoon, like right as the show was opening. Because a lot of people that showed up at noon, they were like, yeah, I just got caught in that. But it wasn't even bad. It wasn't like a crazy amount of rain. I don't think anybody was even seeking cover. It wasn't like last year.
No.
Where it was fucking opened
Yeah, it
up.
was
The
nothing
sky
crazy
just
like
like opened
that.
up
It
and
was,
dumped rain.
I think maybe it like sprinkled, and like in the middle of that, there's like a quick little downpour, like maybe a minute, and then it just went back to like that like light tiny bit of rain. But it was never
Yeah,
longer
but
than
it
5
was
minutes.
definitely mostly sunny.
And honestly,
Yeah.
it was kind of nice. It was kind of refreshing, to be honest.
Dude, honestly, it was because it was so hot and sunny. I was just letting it rain on me to like cool down. So the weather definitely cooperated. I can't imagine anybody was scared off by the rain because it was so minimal. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even in the forecast. It was kind of like just like a freak thing. There was like a
Yeah.
15% chance of rain, and it just happened to dump a couple of times over, but it wasn't bad at all. Nothing like last year. So very happy about the weather, and yeah, just the people that came out. Everybody got there on time. You know, like all the vendors showed up. They were super accommodating. You know, like we had to move them around. Like we're not the most organized dudes, and we're all running around trying to like fucking set stuff up. Our tents are like blowing away. You know what I mean? We're like, oh, we forgot this, we forgot that. But they were cool. You know, we had shout out to Matt, burnt up wood burning. Like he had everything set up, and I was like, can you guys move like 10 feet over? You know, they had to pick everything up and move it, but they were cool about it. Yeah, it was a fun day, and like you said, we had that cooler full of Modelo's, stealth style, with the silicone koozies.
Yeah,
that was clutch. Because we're busy boys. We ain't got no time to be hanging out in the beer tent. You know what I mean?
no time.
We have to be mobile. Oh, but as far as shout outs go, huge fucking shout out. Lex, one of our laddies.
Huge.
He hit us up, and
huge shout out.
Dude, that was such a big help. And he was so cool about it. Like working the front kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Because you can't like mingle and shit at the show. But he hit us up, and I was like, dude, we need someone to work the front gate. And he was like, no problem, dude. And he fucking posted up and did an awesome job, dude. Because there's like so much shit and such weird things happen. You know, like people show up and they're like, oh, I just need to see this person real quick or whatever. But dude, he had that shit locked down. He posted up at the front. He was there like pretty much, I guess, all day. Like we tried to relieve him at one point so you could go get some food, but yeah, that was super cool. Lex really did an awesome job. Locked down the front. He wasn't taking any shit off of no one. He's a big boy too.
Oh yeah, he was not dealing with any shit.
So yeah, he was on point, dude. And if there was we had a couple of weird situations arise, and he was just like on the horn. He was like, what's up? You know, like, what should I do? And so yeah, huge shout out to Lex, dude. That was so clutch. A couple other guys. You guys might not, maybe we didn't even mention this last week, but we had No Luck Paintworks on. He's the show. He's the third person for the Lowlife Lowdown. He's been there since the beginning, the planning, everything. That, you know, like all the making all the signs and all that shit. Like Dan from No Luck Paintworks is as much a part of the Lowlife Lowdown as me and Loctite. So
100%.
Huge shout out to Dan. Yeah, because it's not like he didn't have like huge, like he wasn't like, oh, a huge No Luck Paintworks banner, you know, like he's just about the show. We've been planning it since last year's show. He was part of that show 100%, and he was again part of this show. He was killing it on the raffles. I mean, that dude was walking around. And Kevin, so that's the other guy. Not so much with the planning, but definitely with the execution. Kevin, 100% in. Yeah. We had him and Dan on the show, I think, at the beginning. So he used to be Dead Kev. but now he's Kev the Kid or Kev the Cad, like in the most obnoxious New Hampshire style, KED. But yeah, he was there. He helped us set everything up. So yeah, big ups to Dan, the third, Lowlife Lowdown host and creator and curator. I mean, we were in his fucking garage last weekend, painting up signs and shit like that with the colored markers. He ran out to fucking Michael's or whatever and got all that shit. He helped with all the planning and execution. So yeah, we got set up pretty good, pretty early. Those fucking easy ups were cocksucker though, because they kept on. It's pretty windy in an open parking lot. You don't anticipate that, and you can't really stake that shit down.
Yeah,
and ruin this person's parking lot. Yeah.
And not to mention,
get creative. We had a spare tire.
Yeah, we had a spare tire holding down the easy up, tied to the center of the easy up. There's a weight.
That was a great idea. That worked so nice.
Yeah. A couple of our signs got only need one anchor point. 125.
Yeah, the no burnout sign.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah. Yeah. But everybody that showed up was respectful to the spot.
Yeah. In low life fashion, I was working on the stepchild till fucking 9:30 the night prior to the show, trying to get it fucking running. We just get so wrapped up in planning the show and getting everything done that it's like you just forget about some shit.
Yeah, well, that was big because that thing's been down and out for a while, so it was good to have the motivation to get that actually.
Yeah, I was having all those starter issues, and that fucking starter, man, it was giving me troubles for a long time. Replaced the starter, that fixed it for a little while. Replaced the whole charging system, fucking did everything, and then this season rolled around, went to start it. It like cranked and then just stopped cranking. So I was like, oh, it must be that relay again. I replaced like 6 relays on this fucking thing. So started dicking with that whole fucking thing. Pulled the relay out because I ended up ordering one of the push buttons that go right onto the starter. And for some reason, when Dan was here, bike started right up after I pulled the relay out. Started right up, was running, fucking everything. Great. Dan leaves. I was like, I'm going to take this thing for a test rip just to make sure everything else is good. Won't start. Just cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking. So I end up ripping. I have like a box. It's a metal box that's underneath my battery that has all my wiring and it has my breakers, my relays, all that shit. And ended up pulling all the wires out of that. And going through all of that, cutting a bunch of wires out, rewiring shit. And what had happened is some of the terminals that were crimped on there to the breakers were fucking broken. And it made it so it was a loose connection on the breakers. So I think that's why I kept popping my relay, because it would fucking jump over and ground out or something. So cut all those wires, put all new crimps, all that bullshit. Essentially rewired that half of the bike. Put the key in, hit that push button on the other side, fucking thing fired right up, and has been fine since. Knock on wood. Running a little rough because the gas has been sitting in the carb since last fucking fall.
Same gas.
Yeah, but she's running. She's running.
No shit, dude. Dude. Yeah, that's you gotta go back in and solder those connections, because those crimps are gonna fail again eventually.
Yeah, well, they failed, and then also the nuts on the breakers backed off.
No shit.
Yeah. But I mean, it's been 5 years that I've been riding. I haven't had to fuck with it. So eventually they had to fucking back off. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I
guess
mean?
that's true.
That bike vibrates
Yeah.
a bunch. So,
Yeah.
but it's all good now. My plan is get deep on the shovel probably around fall time. I was just talking to Dan about this. He was just here before we started recording. I'm gonna start diving deep into the shovel in fall, and then hopefully be able to get it to a point where I can send him the frame and the tins and everything, and just give him the entire winter to paint, and just turn out whatever. And then while he's working on the tins and all that shit, I'm gonna put the stepchild on the lift and rip the tins off that, rewire the entire bike, change some shit around because I don't like how it's set up. Probably do a new tank, new rear fender, just like a makeover on the stepchild. Try to make it a little bit better. That was the first bike I ever built, so there's some janky fucking shit on there. So we'll see. Maybe next year for the lowdown, I won't have to rebuild my bike the night before.
It's kind of a tradition.
Yeah, that's true. What else is going to stress me out the night before the show?
Well, you had a bunch of shit going on. You had that fucking electrical bullshit with your house and the bike.
Yeah. It's always something.
Lots to deal with.
The Unicorn Ranch is always fruitful.
Yeah, I had no problems. The shovel head ran fucking minty. Dude, it was like
fucking miles down.
Yeah, definitely put some miles down. But I brought, because I brought my Softail up too, just in case people from out of town wanted to ride with us or whatever, and they didn't have their bike. So I loaded up the Softail and the shovel in the truck, dropped it off at the show, and yeah, dude, that fucking shovel head is like not reliably a one kick bike, but after the show, me and Kevin went nuts to butts, and he brought me over to the shovel after we left your house, and that thing kicked one kick. And it does it periodically. It's not like reliably a one kick shovel head, but I find that like if I don't get it to kick over in one kick, it takes like 20. So I have to really, like, when I set up and do like the startup routine, I give that first kick everything I've got.
Right.
And if it doesn't start up, I'm like, I'm going to be here for 20 minutes kicking this thing. I take off the helmet. But yeah, she's been riding fucking beautiful. But there's a lot of fucking shit I still need to figure out on that thing, because it's definitely not safe. And it definitely isn't set up right. There's a couple of things, like I'm still having trouble finding first, which is super cool when you're taking off from a stoplight. You're just sitting there, and it's just like not in neutral, like wang. Yeah. So I got to figure that shit out. And then my rear brake, the control is just like, it's way too far back. It's way too fucked up. Plus it's pulling a lot. So like if I take my hands off the bars, pulls hard right.
Really?
Hard right. So yeah. So I don't know if that's like a brake pad catching or something, or a wheel balance issue, or a spacing issue. So I got to figure that out. But it's definitely rideable. And yeah, definitely got some good mileage into this week. So this is we're actually recording on a Thursday, because we went up to Laconia area after the show. So right after the show, we boogied up to we got a house in I forget the fucking town, but it was like a lake house right on the lake. New Durham. So really remote area, but really nice place, really nice area. But before that, the show, we should get back to the show.
The show.
I have a couple of shout outs. I mean, number one shout out, I got to give it up. La Spada showed up, and they brought all their choppers, and they showed up. Oh yeah, they such solid dudes, dude. They're like, we'll be there. They show up and they represent. So big shout out to La Spada. Beautiful bikes. I think 2 of them won the fucking 3 awards. 2 out of 3 awards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So we had the chopper. So we had the 2 awards that were given out were Best Club Style and Best Chopper. And there was, I guess we'll start with Club Style. So this boy, he was about to leave because this was late in the day. And he had his bike started. It was a FXRP. And he had his bike started, and I went up to him and I go, hey, I think you should stick around for like a couple of minutes. Yet. We're about to... Yeah, you shouldn't leave yet because we're about to pull, wink, wink, the best club style bike. And he was cool as shit, dude. He was like, oh, okay, I get it. But that was Rosie's custom shop. And I don't think I was following him. I didn't know he was an actual shop. Yeah. So it's Rosie's custom shop. And he has some pictures on his Instagram. So go check him out. This fucking thing was sick as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of custom work on it too. Like the whole dash situation. But what was it? It was like a paint job was cool as shit too. It was like a maroon and black.
Yeah. The thing was just not. It was set up really fucking well. A lot of custom work done to it. The thing was sick.
Yeah. And then the best chop was your boy Jake, 25. He was at the La Spada show. Yeah, really fucking. I think he said it was his first build.
Super clean. It's just like a. And here's the thing too: is like the reason that bike was the best chopper for me was like it was just. You could tell that was like a garage built fucking bike, and not saying all the other bikes weren't, but this just looked like. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's super clean. It has really nice paint. The tank is molded. It has like a little reflector in it. Just a lot of little cool things like that. But it's just like what I think of is just like that's a chopper. Shovel head, cool paint.
Yeah.
Cool little purpose-built stuff, not a bunch of noise, you know what I mean? Like there was nothing on that bike that didn't need to be on that bike, sort of thing. And just super clean. But yeah, we first saw it over at the La Spada show. And yeah, he was like buffing it. He was taking real good care of it. But it was down to him and one other shovel that like we just couldn't choose. But we ended up.
The other shovel still ended up winning.
Chop.
The last shovel, the other one that we were deciding between, it ended up working out perfect because that was Perry. It was Perry's choice for the Perry's Choice Award.
Yeah, Perry's Choice.
So this is that one. Come on. Focus. Focus, cunt.
Hey, there's boobies in the background. We're going to get canceled.
There it is. Super sick.
Both right over the handlebars there, you can see a pair of tatas.
Both of those bikes well deserved. I'll say this, man. Last Spada came out swinging this year. They came out with some fucking wild choppers this year.
Yeah.
He killed
Yeah, I
it.
couldn't remember. There was a ton of bikes there. Yeah, but that was good. I mean, the bikes that showed up were primo. Nice bikes. And then we had our shit boxes out there. I had my shovel out there leaking oil. And one of the things, just I have that first seat, or that faux first seat, and everybody comments, what if it gets wet? Well, we found out at the show what happens when it gets wet. It gets wet.
Yeah.
And you sit on it and your ass is wet.
Same as every other seat.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a little scientific experiment, and after it rained, I sat down on the first seat and I was like, yep, that's about what I thought it was going to feel like.
Yep.
But like, I didn't have to brush it. I didn't have to hit it with a fucking hairdryer or anything.
Is it comfy riding though?
Yeah, it's surprisingly really nice. Yeah, it's a lot slimmer than the seat I had on there before because I did the springs.
Yeah.
And it makes a huge difference. Just having that like little spring. I wouldn't say it's like the most comfortable seat I've ever ridden. I just use yoga mats as the cushioning. I just cut up a yoga mat. I think it was like a half inch, something like that. Half inch yoga mat. I think I might have doubled it up on the pan area. But yeah, then I think I got that seat at the swap meet, the La Spada one that they did during the wintertime. And it was a butts seat pan. And then I made it into, did a little welding and made a little mini king queen seat, but it had the springs built in. And it works really well. It's just a little extra cushion. So when you do hit those potholes here in New England, like, got a little spring. So it's definitely more comfortable than just straight padding on the rigid seat. And then the other benefit is I can hide my tool roll under there. So the springs are like 2-inch springs, and I actually put them in the vise to condense them a little bit more. So they're probably like around 1.5 inches. But it's perfect. I have this little tool bag that I got that's about the size of a Chipotle burrito. Nowadays, not the OG ones when they were huge, but like nowadays when they skimp out on the meat, and it slides right under the seat, right under those, next to those springs, right behind the springs. So that was awesome. And yeah, Dan had his bike out there. You had the stepchild, and yeah, we had a pretty good lineup. We were a little disappointed with the chopper in the parking lot, though. The turnout for choppers. We had it must have been like 10-1 regular bikes.
Oh, easy 10-1.
Yeah. Yeah. But there were cool ones. Actually, shout out, my Uncle Rick showed up on his fucking Road King. It's like a 99. So that thing's sick. But we had a lot of those types of bikes. But yeah, not a ton of ride-in choppers, I'll say. Less than last year, for sure.
Yeah.
A little disappointed in you, chopper guys.
Yeah. Still a great time.
Yeah. Yeah. It was sunny. We're outside. There's bikes all around, barbecue, and covert Modelos.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would want to be a part of that. It's weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah. But we did manage. I mean, people showed up definitely for the raffles. that's what this was about, raising money for Operation Purpose. So we raised more money than the year before. And dude, Stitch won a bunch again this year. He won like a ton last year, and this year he won a ton.
Yeah,
he knows how to do it, though.
raffles.
He's a gambler. You can tell he's a gambler because he comes in with some dough, and he's winning shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a method for sure.
Yeah. So I just actually wanted to shout out those people that donated to the raffle again, because the people that donated to the raffle, those are the people that are supporting Operation Purpose and raise the money, right? We just put on the venue, but the people that donate to the raffle, they're the ones that raise the money. Sears, actually got to talk to him quite a bit. Really cool dude, supports all our shit, supports the show, supported our show. And he had the helmet hangers that he made, right? So he's not like an independent shop or anything. He's just a dude. And he was like, I want to support you guys. So he shipped out some helmet hangers. He's from down in Connecticut too, I think.
Yeah.
Black Thumb with the swag pack. Gnarly Magazine with the swag pack. Our boy Chris, Oxford Choppers. He came through. I am kicking myself in the ass because he brought those shirts, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna grab one of those shirts. I just don't want to carry it around with me or whatever." And I totally fucking forgot because I got drunk. But
same.
He came out, dude. Oh, you too?
Yeah, same.
We gotta put it in order. Yeah, we gotta put it in order. Have them shipped up. They were like the coolest yellow. They were like that creamy. It was like a cream yellow color. Dope ass artwork. So Oxford showed up. Built well. Custom Destruction. Hui Motor Co. Burnt Up Wood Burning. Our Mother of the Mountain. Stay Strong Co. Of course, he was set up. Him and his girl. So that was so good to see him too. And finally got to drop off. He dropped off some panhead shit at the Chop Lock. And I vapor honed it for him, like the whole fucking thing. And he finally got it back. So he's got a panhead build on the horizon. Loctite's motherfucking chop shop. No Luck motherfucking paintworks with the paddle. That thing was sick, dude. I'm definitely gonna get one of those with some speed holes. 812, Jerry with the attitude adjusters. Deadbeat Customs, Lowbrow Customs, Danimal Welder. He had some previous obligations that he had a family thing he had to go to, but he still made it out there. So mad respect. He still stopped in, dropped off his shit, hung around for a while. I think he had the mini bike out.
Yeah,
the trike.
Wheelies.
Was it a trike or a mini bike?
Mini bike.
Mini bike.
Yep.
Had motherfucking Stitch out there. He's got a real good setup.
Oh yeah.
He's a pro.
Yeah. Yeah, Stitch
dude, he has
donated
a really
to the
nice
raffle
booth.
Ellie from La Spada donated some tattoo shit to the raffle. It was good, man. Like Rhino said, we were able to raise more than we did last year. And listen, Perry's just a stand-up motherfucker. Like, he's as solid as they come. He's just an all-around good fucking dude. And he's a veteran himself, out supporting other veterans. So it's nice to be able to help that cause. And it's nice that, like, you motherfuckers get behind us and make it plausible to be able to fucking do that. So, like Ryan said, just huge shout out to all you guys. Everybody that donates to the raffle literally made the show, because this show, as cool as it is to get everybody together and see the choppers, this show is to raise money to help Operation Purpose.
Yeah. And these are the people that did it. One last one, Demon Boy, Sears' buddy. $600 worth of tattoo coupons too. So yeah, just.
And I want to give a huge shout
for me,
out. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
You go.
You hang up first.
I was probably just gonna be sucking on these guys' dick, but for me, this was really the thing that we concentrate on the most is getting the raffle stuff in, and for the people that actually like get their shit together and get us the raffle stuff so we can set it up and generate money for Operation Purpose. That's what makes the show. That's what makes it worth it, is these raffle contributions. And they're not doing it for any other reason than to support Operation Purpose.
Yeah. And just so you guys know,
every single clout from us,
every single dollar that's raised from the raffles goes directly to Operation Purpose. We don't take anything. All the money that we spend on the tables and the boxes and the tickets and this, we don't even recoup that money. Literally everything goes to Operation Purpose. Even the band to have them out there and play for whatever amount of hours it was fucking $500. And the band waved their shit and kicked it back to Operation Purpose. That's literally what this show is for. And the extra part of it is that we all get to hang out while we raise money for it. That's like the bonus part. And that's why this show is like important to me and Rhino and Dan and Dead Kev and Lex, like all the people that are willing to give up their time to put the show on. It's not because we're trying to make money. It's not because we're trying to be the next biggest show in New England. It's because we're literally trying to help a homie out do some cool fucking shit. So that's why this show is here. That's why the show will remain to be here. Whether the fucking too cool for school chopper guys show up or not. It ain't going nowhere. Because it's for fucking a solid motherfucker doing solid shit. And like we've been saying this entire show so far, we appreciate every single person that came in. There was people that came to literally just donate money. Didn't even stay for the show because they had shit to do. They just swung by, dropped a donation, was like, good luck with the show, guys, and left. That is some real shit. There's people that were coming to the Legion that are Legion members, not even coming to the show, just coming to the Legion to drink inside. Nothing to do with the show. That were making donations at the fucking front gate because of what we were doing. It's like, that's what this shit is about. Yep. It's not about who likes who thinks this guy's fucking gay and doesn't want to be at the same show as them. None of that shit matters. This is for a fucking bigger cause. So stop being so fucking conceited and thinking about yourself and fucking do something good with your life, shitheads. So I got a little
shout out. Dude, there was a lot of people that couldn't make it. They had legitimate reasons they couldn't make it, but they still Venmo'd money for Operation Purpose that went right back into the till. So yeah, I mean, that's what the show is about. Hanging out with we got a small scene here, guys, in New England. Chopper guys, we got to support each other. So yeah, just mad respect for everybody who showed up. Mad respect for everybody that supported the show, supported the raffle, and just contributed to help out, for a good cause. So
and shout out to I had another shout out too. Shout out to the Trad Dad. Alex was out there fucking who's also a vet himself. Out there slinging ink all day in the parking lot. Rain or fucking snow, sleet, shine, it doesn't matter. Old son was fucking slinging tattoos all motherfucking day.
Yeah, he lost that shirt early, dude. Shirt was off. He had that comically big lawn chair. He's a funny
massive.
guy.
Alex is one of my favorite people, dude. He's a good fucking dude.
We gotta he drew
up.
Show.
He drew up.
He's a good dude.
what was it, 28 designs or something for the show.
Yeah, dude.
And they were all fucking sick. And shout out, first of all, shout out. Biggest shout out ever on this show. Shout out Burnt Up Woodburn. Old son got an LCP tattoo.
Yeah.
Got an LCP tattoo,
I don't even have an LCP tattoo.
It's like,
yeah.
Man, I'll say this. And people know, sometimes I get vulnerable on here. Sometimes I let the feelings hang out. I'm just going to be real with you guys because it's our fucking show. And we're allowed to do that. I will say this. The support that is shown is huge. Much respected. Doesn't go unnoticed. Love all you motherfuckers. And I'm not just saying for my show. Like our show. I'm not saying for the Lowlife Chopper podcast. I'm not saying for the Lowlife Lowdown. I'm saying for supporting the chopper community. Whether you're in New Hampshire, Maine, New York, California. It's noticed when you show up. People appreciate that shit. And here's the thing is like cool shit doesn't happen if people don't support it. And there's a lot of good fucking people in New England. And I can tell you this. When we started this show, there may have been a chopper scene in New England, but fucking nobody knew about it. Not even the chopper people. There was not a fucking chopper scene. There was people that built choppers, but nobody was hanging out. Nobody was doing chopper shows. You know what I mean? So for it to come to light and everybody start doing all this cool shit, and you got people like La Spada, people like Steve at Deadbeat, guys like us. You know what I mean? All these guys that are taking the time to put on these shows or whatever, fucking get out and support them. Because when you do, it's noticed. And also when you don't, it's noticed. Now, I don't want to turn into a negative thing because, like we've been saying, the show was fucking phenomenal. It was fucking amazing. It was a great day. Tons of people showed up. We had over 300 people there. Food truck sold out of everything except for ribs. Gone. There was nothing left on the food truck. Bartender killed it.
Dude, I gotta say, you threw that rack of ribs in my truck, and I totally forgot about it for 2 days.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, dude. It was just sitting up on the dash for 2 days.
So here's what I want to say. This is what I'll close on this, and then I'll get back to being positive. Start fucking supporting your local shit, or stop bitching that there's no local shit. That's all I'm going to say. Because when you got dudes, like I said, like La Spada, us, Deadbeat, fucking Easy Co., all these guys that are putting on fucking shows, and then people don't show up because they're too cool or this or whatever, you're only fucking yourself over. Simple as that. And people notice. And I'll tell you this, people talk about it. All right? I'm not going to get into fucking detail, but people fucking notice. So, like I said, our show, we still crushed. We still were able to top last year. And that's all I care about. I care about every time we do this show that we're able to help give Perry a little bit more of a push to what he needs to do. That's all that fucking matters to me. I don't care if the coolest dude or the dopest chopper shows up or not. But just fucking support your local shit. Because I promise you, I've already been here when there was no shit. And it sucks. And that's what happens when you don't support shit. People stop doing shit. Even if it's not my show. If you don't like us and you don't show up to our show, fine. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Other people are going to show up. But when you don't show up to every show, everybody stops doing shows. And then there's no shows. And you know what happens when there's no shows? There's no more bond. Then there's no more chopper community. Then there's no more parts. Then everybody goes back into hiding in their garage, and you're riding around on a lonesome island with no chopper friends anymore. That's how it happens. How do you think that in the 70s, in the 80s, when choppers were super fucking cool, and then they went out of style Not out of style, but this is what happens. This is the slow downfall of the fucking chopper community, just like what happened in the 70s and 80s. It's the same fucking thing. Once you stop supporting cool shit, cool shit stops happening.
Well, it's just with anything. Don't take it for granted, because when I first got into choppers, it's like, all right, well, I'm building a chopper by myself in my garage and I have no friends that ride choppers. And it sucks and it's lonely. So go out of your way to get to these shows. Like when we go to a show and we vend there, right? We're spending money, we're getting the booth, we're getting the fucking, we're showing up on like early, we're supporting that show. We're staying there all day.
And listen, I'll say this: when me and Rhino set up at shows, we motherfucking spend that money, son. We're renting a booth, whether you're trying to charge us or not. We're renting that booth. We're buying all the alcohol at the bar. We're buying food from whoever your vendor is. We're buying raffle tickets every fucking time. Because that's what you do to support a show. That's how we know. When we go to La Espada, La Espada's our fucking homies. We still buy our booth. We still buy raffle tickets. We still buy from the bar. We still buy from their fucking food vendors. Because you know why? By doing that, I know La Espada's doing that show next year. You know what I mean? And I want to say this. This isn't just about our show. This isn't about like, oh, not enough choppers showed up. Like I said, I don't give a fuck who shows up. I don't care if you show up in a car. Because the point of our show isn't about a chopper show. It's about raising money for Operation Purpose. So all the chopper shit, that doesn't even matter for our show. I'm saying I've noticed this about other shows. And other people have noticed this about other shows. It's just, like Rhino said, don't take it for granted. And if you think I'm lying, talk to any old head that's been doing the chopper game for a long time. Because they've seen it. You don't think it was at its pinnacle like 3 years ago? When everybody was crushing it at Deadbeat? Deadbeat was an all-time high. Thousands of fucking choppers there. This and that. Everybody's showing up at Easy Times. Everybody's showing up at La Espada. Everybody's showing up at fucking Unicorn Ranch Roundup. It was the same shit in the 70s. People were doing that same fucking shit. And then guess what? People started getting too cool for school. Stopped going to that shit. And then you slowly had the decline of fucking choppers. And then you just had guys like Chopper Bob by himself in the fucking 90s and early 2000s still building shovels and pans and all this by himself in his garage because the community died out.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to keep it alive. Stay active, Like go out of your way. Go to these shows even if you just got to pop in or whatever. Don't get too comfy because I want these shows every summer. I need these shows every summer. And if and like Loctite said, not about our show. I mean, we've noticed a trend in the last year, and it's like you're not seeing the same faces and stuff. And it's sad because we love hanging out with people that are like-minded and love the same hobby, On a more positive note, I got a ton of shout outs because there's some dudes that go out of their way to support the community. I'm going to say, we mentioned him last week, but Chopper Fisher's one of those guys. He doesn't just show up at the show and fucking chill, dude. He's working at the show.
The whole
that
time.
Dude was skating around, taking videos. Like, you can't. There, like me and Loctite, we're not like fucking media creator guys. You know what I mean? Like, we're not like that. I think I probably took like 3 photos the whole fucking day.
I don't think I took.
But guys like Chopper Fisher, he shows up and he's making like essentially promo stuff for the show, for free. You know what I mean? Just because he's passionate about it and he loves it. Another photographer, John Restrepo Photography. He showed up taking pictures of the bikes. He's taking these beautiful pictures and stuff. Like, those dudes get it out there, and they're doing it out of the love of, photography, the love of motorcycles and stuff. So huge shout out to those dudes that actually take fucking photos and really high quality photos too. But give both those dudes a follow. If you're not following Chopper Fisher and John Restrepo, and I'm probably fucking up that last name. That sounds like Italian or some shit. Restrepo Photography. That was super cool, like again, those dudes that go out just to document, you know, because most of us aren't doing it. And we're going to have their photos in our photo album when we're old and gray.
Yeah. So now that we're off that subject, I just want to get that point out there. But on a positive note, the show went great, and very grateful for everybody that showed up. Like Rhino said, there was a lot of people that came that had some other shit to do. Danimal was one of them. He had a whole family waiting for him up in Maine. And he was like, yep, gonna make a pit stop to fucking support my homeboys. Came through, dropped off raffle items, fucking made a donation. Same thing with Astroman. Astroman had some shit he had going on.
Oh, yeah, Astroman.
And he came early in the day, hung out, did some shit, went and did all the shit that he had to do, and then came back to the show again. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the shit that we appreciate. And like we said, this show isn't about us. It's not about us trying to create a dope-ass fucking show. Because if it was, we wouldn't be having it there. You know what I mean? We'd be fucking partying in the woods somewhere, getting fucked up, where we don't have to manage anything. We're just in the woods getting fucking drunk. You know what I mean? This show is strictly for operation purpose. So everybody that showed up, we super fucking appreciate it. It was a great time. I would not change it for the world. I think the right people that needed to be there to make the show were there. I think the vendors we had were fucking top notch. The food truck, the food was fucking delicious. The people that volunteered to help us, like Lex and Dead Kev, and just anybody that had a hand, Chopper Fisher, all these guys, it's like, this show doesn't happen without that. And that's what makes the show cool. It's not the show that's cool. It doesn't matter who puts it on. It doesn't matter if we put it on, if La Spada puts it on, if fucking whoever puts it on. It doesn't matter who's putting it on. It's the people that are there that make the show either cool or not cool. And I thought the show was cool as fuck. I had a really good time. Got to see a lot of fucking people. The vibe was fucking dope. The rain, honestly, man, I was pissed during the show about the rain, but I think that's kind of like become a part of it. It's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And people don't hate it. People were standing right out in the fucking rain, not even going for cover. Stand in the rain like it wasn't even raining, still carry on with their fucking shit. Drinking beers, eating barbecue. It was just an all-around great fucking time.
Yeah. The only, you know, like, it's tough when we're running around doing a bunch of shit. We can't really, like, talk to people for, like, a long time.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Boiled Gatorade is another dude that came out. I think he had, like, a concert or some shit later in the day. He was taking photos. I don't think he had the bike, but it was, like, you know, showing up and supporting. And I got to talk to everybody a little bit. And, yeah, man, it was just, for me, it was like, we topped last year, and that's what our goal was this year. It's just be slightly better than last year, and I think we did that. So I'm happy with what happened and the people that showed up. And you know, I don't want to be. I really respect the people that showed up. I really respect those people that showed up and supported us and supported the show, and it means a lot to me. So yeah, it was a chopper show, and there was choppers there, and there was other bikes there too. And by the way, like, again, just back to the FXRP, like, that made me kind of want an FXR a little bit, because that thing was fucking so sick.
Dude, the thing was sick.
And
it was sick. It wasn't like your run-of-the-mill FXR.
It was really fucking sick.
It was like very highly fucking, like, the thing was just sick. You know what I mean? It wasn't like just like a stock FXR with some motor work and like this crazy paint job. Like, this dude had crazy shit all over that fucking bike. That thing was dope as fuck.
Yeah. We should try to get him on the show if he's up for it, because I didn't know he actually ran a custom shop. Like, I thought he was just a dude, but
no shit.
he has a bunch of other cool shit too. Yeah. But yeah, super cool. The people that showed, I mean, again, just like the people that showed up, everybody was super cool. Like everybody was like really into it. Everybody was like super stoked on the purpose of the show, you know, like Operation Purpose. Like a lot of dudes that showed up, they're like, what's this about? Like they weren't necessarily like, maybe they didn't listen to the show. They didn't like, no, they just came because it was like a bike show or something. They were just checking it out. And yeah, they were just like, when they heard what the purpose was behind the show, the Operation Purpose, they were stoked, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was great. And dude, Perry and his boy there, super cool dudes. I think actually, remember those girls from last year that won a bunch of raffles? The little girls? They showed up again.
Yeah.
They were there again in the raffles, dude. And that was so cool. I was like, oh, dude, these girls are going to be like, they're stoked on this shit. They come every year.
Yeah. Yeah. It was super fucking cool, man.
Yeah. So that was cool.
And it was cool to be able to top what we did last year. It's super cool to see like how grateful Perry is. He was thanking everybody. Every fucking person that made a donation, I guarantee Perry talked to you at some point. He's just a great fucking dude doing like great shit. And it's just like you said, it was just so cool to see how stoked everybody was on the fact it was for Operation Purpose, and to see how equally stoked Perry was on everything.
I'm pissing right now, so I'm going to edit this out.
Oh, you're pissing?
I'm pissing.
I was like, why is he not talking?
I was hoping you were going to talk a little bit longer.
Well, I didn't know if you froze. You just like,
was he on mute? I was like,
I was like, is he fucking with me? I thought you were trying to get me back.
The other thing is too, is just, I'm not that smart, dude. I'm never going to be able to get you back. It's just, I'm too translucent. But yeah, dude, Perry's the fucking man, dude. And he had a bunch of shit he was dealing with too. And he made it up regardless, you know? So mad respect for Perry too, because he had his own shit going on, but he still made it up. And that's fucking what you do for your boys, you know what I mean? Like you show up. That's all it is. So yeah, after, I guess, the show itself went off, we did better than last year. Got to hang out with cool dudes. The spot, you know, we had good music this year. You know, family and friends showed up. So that was super cool. And then after the show, we ended up going New Durham. So New Durham is about 20 minutes or something from Weir's Beach. Yeah, and we headed up there for a little after party. We had John Luke and his wife. Did you know they were married?
No, I knew they got engaged. They got engaged at Mama Tried.
They did a little sneaky, dude. They did a little sneaky. They went and got hitched.
I did not know that.
So,
well, congratulations.
Jess is, congrats, dude. Both of you dudes. His wife,
her
Jess,
name now is
an amazing.
Jess Stay Strongco. It's Jess Baby Jesus Stay Strongco.
Yeah. Those two, they're a very dynamic duo. They were like straight up power couple.
They're Batman and Robin.
She's an amazing person. Yeah. She was at the show babysitting all the kids. But yeah, we headed up to East Durham after the show. We got to ride up. Beautiful ride. I was so fucking tired though, dude, because I was sunburnt like a motherfucker. Dude, I was so burnt to a crisp. Like, I was a crispy critter, dude. Like I said, I didn't just get like sunburnt and my face was red, dude. I had blisters on my forehead. That was pretty comfy to throw the helmet on. Fucking 3rd-degree burns on my face. But yeah, we rode up and we got a spot right on the lake. We had a dock. It was family time. That first night, Dan had his kids and his wife and everybody. Kayla's up there. Another shout out to Kayla. She fucking went up there and got everything set up. There was food in the fucking fridge. We just rolled in like a bunch of goddamn barbarians, and that first night was just got a little rowdy. I lost my shirt at CeeLo. Lost my fucking shirt, dude.
I seen you post a story. You're like taking all their money.
No, I'm a degenerate gambler. So like everybody likes, like when you first start playing CeeLo, everybody's shooting ones. Like, oh, we got like a $5 pot. We got like a $7 pot. Ooh. And then I'm like, let's go to $2. Let's go to $5. I got them up to like $20, dude.
Damn.
I don't think I won one. I don't think I won once. I don't think I won anything. But yeah, once we got up to like $20, dude, there was like hundreds of dollars in the pot. And yeah, that's when it gets exciting though. And it's just money. Just gonna piss it away anyways. But yeah, that was super cool. The ride up there was fucking beautiful. And really good riding out there too, dude. Like, first of all, you're like in the lakes region, so you're right on the lake. Everything in New Durham too, like the road to get out to where we were, just twisty, turny, fucking, and we were just like speeding like demons. We were like still high from the excitement of the show, and it was good that first night to blow off a little steam. And then, dude, I slept in till like 10 o'clock the next day, which, if you know me, I've never slept in till 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you usually up at like 4 a.m.
I get up at like 4 in the morning. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I legitimately sometimes, like, at least once a week, I'll just wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I won't be able to go to bed. So I just like, I'm an early bird. I love the morning. So I'm just like, usually like super early, but I needed a little extra Z's after that day. Actually, the day of the show, I woke up at like 3 in the morning because I was so excited. I woke up at 3 in the morning. So that was a long fucking day. But yeah, dude, it was fucking super dope spot. They had, we had our own private dock, fire pit. There was a kayak. We got to take the kids out on the kayak and shit. Fucking loons and cranes and shit. And then we got some riding in. The next day we went up to we wanted to spend as much time up in Laconia as possible. So that next day we woke up, I guess, yeah, I woke up at 10. Dan was up early because he has a fucking baby. So he was tired. Kayla was tired. But we went out to Laconia. We went down to Weir's Beach and hung out there for a while. Did the rounds. Laconia, it's still really impressive to me. There's a lot of bikes on that boardwalk. Because what day? It would have been like Sunday. Yeah, that first one. And it's free parking. So we get there and, you just kind of squeeze your chopper in somewhere in the line. And there's all sorts of shit going on. There's people walking around. Everybody's in fucking, all the ladies are in fishnets and fucking, it's like typical bike week shit. But it's still cool. It's just like trashy and cool. So we walked around there. That first day, we went back, we went back to the Airbnb or whatever the fuck. The next day, we were just like, dude, Ray was up there. He showed up with a fucking 30 rack. We're grilling, hanging out in the hammock, just fucking smoking weed and drinking beer. It was fucking just like chill as fuck. And then every once in a while, we'd hop on the bikes and we'd ride out to Weir's. And you just go up 111 there, dude. You're right on the fucking lake. Nice clip, dude. The cops were insane though. I couldn't fucking believe it, dude. Like when we're riding up, like every group of bikes has like a cop car behind it, like dedicated to that group. Like that first day we went up there, I didn't even know because I don't have any mirrors on my shovel. But Dan was saying, yeah, there like as soon as we pulled out, like there was a state trooper behind us, and he followed us all the way to Weirs Beach. Like when we got off, and on the way there, you just see state trooper, state trooper, state trooper, bike, state trooper. Unbelievable. But they didn't fuck with us at all. They're probably just looking for drunk bagger guys or something. They probably look at our bikes and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" But yeah, dude,
I'm not gonna pull this guy over. He's poor.
Yeah, he doesn't have any money for tickets. But yeah, dude, the shovel was running great. Like I said, it was just like, I mean, I left a couple of oil spots in that Airbnb's garage. Yeah, it was like, it was actually pretty dope. They had like the garage, so we got to park the bikes in there. When we were leaving, Dan had to go in there with a shovel, and every time I parked my bike, there was another new oil spot. I don't even know, by the way, dude, I leak so much oil out of that thing. I don't know how I don't have to fill it up with new oil. It's like it's almost like the fucking thing is producing its own oil. Because I checked it, I was like, dude, I've been riding this thing around for like a month, and there's like a couple of ounces every time I park it that leak out of it, and it's still full.
Did you check the trans?
So I don't know where this oil's coming from. Yeah, the transmission's fine too.
Oh shit!
I can see where it's leaking out of. It's one of the it's the oil line that goes from the crank up to the rocker there. And it's leaking right out of the center, like where it goes into the fitting. And it just bubbles up and leaks down a little bit. But
put some fucking
just
Teflon in there or something.
It's a self-oiling machine, dude. I don't even need to do anything. I don't even need to top it off. Just produces its own oil. It's like a fucking oil rig. So I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, it was running fucking beautiful. No problems. And we were going like we were out in New Durham. So that's like 30 minutes to Laconia each time. So we got tons of miles in. Second time we went up to High Octane and saw Fat Man and his build off. That place is like quintessential like bike week bar or whatever. They have like the wet t-shirt contest, and we went there and they had like the loudest motorcycle contest, and it was just like 4 baggers that sounded exactly the same with the same exact exhaust on them. But the wet t-shirt contest, dude, it was brutal.
Man.
It was hard to watch, dude. Two of the ladies in there were over 50.
Damn. Good for them.
Not exaggerating. I know for a fact one of them was 55 years old. She said her age. So there was like 4 girls up there. 2 of them were over 50. Dude, that's pretty old.
I mean, that's only 10 years older than
one of
us.
One of them was so drunk, dude. She fell over like 7 times. Like, she's over 50. She fell over like 7 times. Like, the people on the stage had to like lift her up. But again, it was just, I don't know. It's still fun to watch that type of shit. And you know what? I'm not making fun, because those are some brave ladies. When I'm over 50, I'm not going to be doing a wet sweatpant contest. You know what I mean?
I am, sure. When I'm 70, dude, catch me down at fucking Weirs Beach, swinging my dick around like a helicopter. I'm like, I didn't know. I'm old. I don't know.
Well, that's the other thing. It was a wet T-shirt contest, but they kept on flashing, and the girl that was like putting it on was just like, "No, you can't. You can't just be whipping them out."
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So yeah, we went up there a couple times, and then we tried to stop by Laconia Harley Davidson to go see Torque because he was up there, but they shut down early. I thought he had said that they were open till like 7 or 8 or whatever, and we stopped by. I think it was Tuesday or whatever, and yeah, it was closed down. The parking lot was shut down, so we didn't get to connect with him. But I will say, I had that Torque bag on my bike all fucking weekend. So I got to get some good miles in. Beer runs, fucking hoodies, fucking anything I could throw at. That thing never slipped off either. So now that I've had some time to actually use it, I recommend it even more because it rained, so everything inside bone dry. Strapping it down to my sissy bar, dude, I just slid that thing on one clip, easy on and off. And you know when you get like when you strap shit down onto your bag and it's super heavy. Like at one point I had like my tool roll, Ray's tool roll, a bunch of beer, hoodies. Like the thing was fucking packed. Uh, and that was for me like the biggest thing is I've had sissy bar bags that shift on it, and this thing didn't even shift. Like when you're riding and it like slides off to the side. And I was worried about that because of the elastic bag, the backing, but it's tight enough to keep it in place. It's heavy enough,
Right.
and then with the top clip, when you roll it down, cinched it up. So I got probably a few hundred miles on that Torque bag in the last like 5 days, and yeah, never came off the back of the bike and worked fucking amazing in the rain, in the sun. I left it on the bike too, like at Weir's Beach. Nobody stole it. So that was nice of them.
Risky move.
Yeah. But what are you going
It
to
has
do?
backpack straps.
I'm not walking around with a fucking backpack. I'm not walking around with a backpack. I'm just going to rely on the fact that, like, most dudes that ride motorcycles are pretty good. There are some shit bags out there that'll steal your shit. But same with, we went to the hill climb on Wednesday. And that's one of my favorite events of Bike Week. It's always on Wednesday. It's an all-day event. It's BYOB. So we rode up on Wednesday after we were checking out of the fucking Airbnb. The wife's left. They went home with the kids, and the boys just rode out to the hill climb. And we went to go check out the custom show that Deadbeat puts on. I didn't see Steve there, but I think he was around. But it gets bigger every year. There were so many fucking people at this thing.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It was like there were so many fucking people. But they run it better every year. Like this year, I went there and they have, they have like a little tent set up. It's basically like a convenience store, and you can get big boys, 24 ounces, and just round them up, go in. But Fish Tank, his bike was in the show, and he was setting up for the Manchester Harley tent. And that was super fucking cool because they had huge fucking coolers full of beer, free food, free fucking koozies, free all this shit, and we're just chilling with Fish all day under that tent. Lex had to leave. I won't put his business out there, but he had a bit of an emergency that first night when we were chilling. Oh, I didn't even say this. The first night when we showed up, a huge fucking tree fell on the electrical lines leading to the house, and we had no fucking electricity, so it was just pitch black. So as soon as like when we showed up, the lights were like flickering, and then we lost power completely. We had to call the dude that owns the place had to call the power company to come out. So they were like cutting up trees and shit off this power line. And Lex had a call. He had to jet, and it was dark out at this point. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. He hops on his chopper, and his fucking headlight goes out at 9 o'clock at night after partying all day. And he has to drive all the way back. He has to ride all the way back to Concord. And it happened in New Durham. So it wasn't like halfway there or whatever. So he had to do a little roadside fucking electrical troubleshooting. And he got it to a point where it was like flickering, but sketchy as fuck. But yeah, he left. He had to leave. But he came back out to the hill climb. So we're just chilling with Lex and company out with Fish Tank too, who he set up early. He rode his bike out there. He had the War Turkey, and he rode that out there at like 6 a.m. Fucking some ungodly hour. And then he set up the... Dude, they had like a village. The Manchester Harley Davidson had like a village. They had like a big inflatable thing. They had like fucking tables and tents and shit. And by the time we showed up, he had already crushed a case of fucking Twisted Tea. So he was feeling real fucking good, dude. But dude, all those Harley guys, Manchester Harley Davidson, everybody was like super cool, dude. Like I said, they had beer and fucking Monster energy drinks for Dan. And then they came with Moe's subs. And if you, I don't know where Moe's is out of. Are you an Italian sub guy?
Oh, I love Italian subs. Jersey Mike's for the win.
They were really fucking good. Yeah, and Lex had a breathalyzer. He has a breathalyzer on his keychain because he has like a CDL, so he can't fuck around because it's like half of what normal people have to do. Yeah. So we were blowing on that thing all weekend, and I'm like, I was getting ready to leave the hill climb, and I was blowing like an aggravated Dewey. So I was like, those Moe's subs came right in time. I'm like, all right, I gotta chill on these fucking Coronas, dude. I'm not trying to go to jail. So I ate some Moe's subs, sobered up, blew under the limit, and then headed home. But gorgeous ride. I mean, the weather really, even up at Laconia for those days, amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Barely any rain. I think Sunday it rained a little bit, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, amazing. 10 out of 10 would do again. But when I got home on Wednesday, dude, I was dead.
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking move, dude. I was so goddamn tired. I was just like, sunburnt, and like everywhere you go is on a motor on a shitty chopper. And yeah, I was just so fucking tired. But then we were supposed to record yesterday, but then that shit happened with your bike. So we're doing this thing. It's going to be down to the wire. I have to, after we're done recording, I have to edit all this shit and post it, upload it.
Yeah, Softail's down. I don't have very good luck.
I've never heard of those type of clutches breaking either. Those things are usually pretty bulletproof. Yeah. The little ring ones.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so aggravating. Because now it's like, now that's what I'm stuck doing. Here's a little temperature update. I know everybody loves when I do this. Temperature update for the shop. 95 degrees. Fucking hot. And your boy has to rip apart my fucking transmission and clutch cable.
That's fucking hot, dude.
Yeah. Just recording out here for the past 2 hours, I need a nap. And a gallon of water.
Dude, that's so fucking hot, dude.
Yeah, my shop is also
I was bitching
sauna.
It was 83 in here. Yeah. We're getting you an AC, bud.
I need
this
so
year.
bad.
This summer.
I need one so bad.
Yeah. Cut the hole. Just cut a hole out because I'm coming with an AC tomorrow.
I need one so bad.
Going to Wally World.
But we're an hour and a half in. Let's take a fucking second to thank the people that make this show possible, kid. Up first, we've been talking about them all motherfucking day. Dan from No Luck Paintworks. Cooking up the dopest motherfucking paint jobs on the East Coast. Don't at me. I don't give a fuck who your favorite painter is. If it's not Dan, suck a dick, bitch. Dan is a fucking beast. This fucking kid brings each paint job that he does to the next fucking level. He gets better every single fucking time. It's like when you think, okay, dude's got it. Nope, next one's even better. It's actually kind of aggravating. If you want to fucking set
the War Turkey, dude, that was the first time I got to see the War Turkey paint job.
Ridiculous.
So nice, dude.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. So if you want to set your chopper apart from everybody else, bring that bitch to the next fucking build, hit up Dan, No Luck Paintworks, Manchester, New Hampshire. Next, we got Deadbeat Customs, the creator of the Deadbeat Retreat. Listen, you're going to want to show up to this one. It's going to be fucking amazing. Go buy your tickets, deadbeatcustoms.com. Use code LOWLIFE at checkout. Also, while you're there, shop some other shit. They got Simpson helmets. They got shit for Dyna Bros, chopper guys, bagger guys, luggage, fucking flyware sunglasses. They got everything. They literally have everything. Check them out, deadbeatcustoms.com. Tell them the boys from the Low Life Chopper Podcast sent you. Next, we got Stay Strong Co., the fucking creator of the most amazing fucking hot sauce. The shit hot sauce. It's so fucking good. You can literally put it on everything. All right, I know we say this all the time, but I ain't lying. It's fucking delicious. It's so good on fucking ribs. It's good on chicken wings. It's good on fucking eggs. It's good on everything. And for you guys that like a little bit more spice in your life, you can now get the chopper sauce. The collab between Stay Strong Co. and Low Life Chopper Podcast. You can find all of this at staystrongco.org on the motherfucking interwebs. Make sure you tell them the boys from Low Life Chopper Podcast sent you. And go buy the trio. Get the shit hot sauce, the shits hot sauce, and the motherfucking chopper sauce. All of them have their place in your pantry.
$10. You cannot go wrong with the chopper sauce. For $10 a whack, dude.
And listen,
and
here's the thing:
if this goes good, we're coming out with even more, baby.
That's what I was just gonna say. If this one does well, we're coming out with the signature series. We're coming out with the Loctite blend and the Rhino blend. Okay, so yeah,
I really want to
help support us, help support Stay Strong Co, and get some motherfucking sweet heat on your meat. Dang, so that's a good one. Next, we got Lowbrow Customs. Everything you need for the road ahead. One of the only websites where you can build an entire chopper at the same fucking place. From engines to frames, gas tanks, riding gear, everything you fucking need. Specialty tools. They got it all at lowbrowcustoms.com. Tyler and his team literally support every show across the country, so help us return the favor by shopping at lowbrowcustoms.com.
Next up, we got We Motor Co. We wrench, we ride, We Motor Co. Gear for riders, so they can still afford to ride. Put a little gas in your tank. He supports the show. He supported the Low Life Lowdown. Vicky, a wonderful young lady, won the club style vest with the slits. And yeah, can't thank him enough. Those vests, those are nice. They're real nice vests. And he's Canadian, so it's sub $300 USD. So definitely go check him out, huimotorco.com, and get in on that. He does men's and ladies, by the way. So if you're a lady and you're looking for a dope ass vest, black or brown. The brown ones are so nice. But yeah, Hui Motor Co. Thank you for supporting the show. And he has other shit there too. So shirts, hats, hoodies, and other goodies. Next up, we got Matt from Burnt Up Wood Burning with the LCP tattoo. His boy, too, Silver City Co. He was out. He got me a natty ice, dude.
Natty Daddy.
Hobo style. Yeah. And he also got the sickest tattoo that Trad Dad was offering. It was like a dude that was a motorcycle and his penis was the exhaust.
Yeah. Sick.
Fucking awesome, dude. Got to meet Matt's wife too. Super nice lady. Those dudes showed up. They were at the hill climb. They showed up at the Lowlife Lowdown. Go support Matt. Go support Matt. Burnt Up Wood Burning. He'll do photorealistic wood burnings of your chopper. If you want to commemorate, you're proud of your chopper, you want to commemorate it, you want to hang it in your office right next to your fucking diploma from a college or some shit that we know you have. We know our Lowlife listeners are all college grads.
Oh, yeah.
Go hit up Matt. He'll do your chopper, your hot rod, your old lady's titties. He'll do your dick. Father's Day is coming up. Yeah, our lady Lowlife listeners, if you want to get your husband something that he truly will cherish for all time, take a picture of his dick when he's sleeping and then give it to Matt and he'll put it burn it into wood and you can hang it up in your foyer or your parlor. Next up we got this. Matt's gonna call me on Saturday and be like, I don't want to be a sponsor anymore.
Yeah.
No, Matt's fun. Matt's a fun guy. He gets this shit.
Dudes. Really good guy. Hey, also, real quick.
Yeah, good family.
Another huge shout out to him. Hold on 1 second. Don't go nowhere, guys. Stay there.
Oh, yeah.
Huge shout out to him. I put out a post a little while ago about trying to find my birth month, birth year, Easy Rider magazine. Old son showed up at the show with the February 1987 issue in a sleeve, son. This thing is pristine. Yeah, dude. Pristine.
With the backing.
Came through with my birth year, birth month, Easy Rider magazine. Huge shout out to him. I fucking appreciate it, man. That meant a lot to me. I know it's stupid. It's just a little magazine that probably costs $5, but I appreciate the fuck out of it.
Have you checked it out? Have you taken it out of its sleeve and
no, I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to. I'm going to though. I'm just scared.
Let us know if any of the pages are stuck together. All right, next up, we got Oxford Co. Choppers. Chris down there in Oxford, Connecticut. He showed up. He showed up heavy. That dude, he brought the bad boy bike. They took it out of the bed of the truck. No ramp.
Oh yeah.
Him and the La Espada guys.
That's how La Espada rolls,
pick it up
dude.
and pull it out. Yeah, dude. Like, he was like, hey, can you help me get it out? And I was like, yeah, I'll go grab my ramps. And then La Espada shows up, and they were just like, we'll just muscle it out because we're badasses.
We're the men
and Chris
of men.
is a badass, too. He's the bad boy, the original bad boy, creator of the Bad Boy Retreat, Hard Parts for Hard Men. I didn't ask him if he thought that was gay yet, but he showed up. Dude, did you see Dan's fucking bars that he made? They're insanity.
Sick.
They're insanity. Those things are
super sick.
14, 16-inch rise, dude.
Yeah.
Humongous, dude.
Yeah,
stainless steel. He had those on display at the show. Fucking beautiful, dude. So he's full-time. If you're in New England and you have some custom chopper shit to do, hardtails, fab work, controls, anything you need done. Actually, I haven't shipped this out yet. Shifters, fucking anything. If you're a tough guy and you want some tough guy shit on your bike, just call Chris. He'll hook it up. Super good dude. Next up, we got Loctite's motherfucking Chop Shop.
Conveniently located in Epping, New Hampshire. For your pinstriping needs, hit me up. Really been digging like the graffiti style lettering lately. So if you want to get some shit like that done, garage signs, pinstriping your bike, whatever the fuck you need, hit me up. Loctite's Shop on Instagram or Loctite's Shop at lowlifechopperpodcast.com. Last but not least, this show,
the Lowlife Chopper Podcast, the premier Chopper podcast, the only Chopper podcast that you can rely on every Friday morning. I'm going to have to edit this after we're done recording to get it out to you guys, because I know you need this in your life every Friday morning. If you didn't have the Lowlife Chopper podcast for even one Friday morning, you'd probably swallow a bullet. So you're welcome in advance. Go to lowlifechopperpodcast.com for all our shops and socials. Go get yourself one of those enamel camp mugs. You're going to need one this season. Otherwise, you're just going to be licking your coffee out of the fucking dirt. You know what I mean? You need a vessel. Go get yourself a hat and turn it right ways so you don't end up like me, like a fucking Momo with a goddamn D on your bald ass head full of blisters.
So many times.
I thought to myself, I'm like, if only there was a way that you could keep the sun off your forehead. Maybe turn your fucking hat around, you idiot. But go get a t-shirt. We're going to be coming out with some new designs very shortly. I actually want to talk to Trad Dad about the flash that he did for the show. We could just toss that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Amazing artist. Awesome dude. I'm going to be taking down a Lowlife page, but I'm going to be setting up some pictures from 2024 so you guys can enjoy those. I think that's it.
That's it. Listen, we appreciate every one of you that support this show, everyone that supports the Lowlife Lowdown, everybody that supports every Chopper fucking show across the country. Okay? Keep being the fucking hero. Keep the Chopper fucking scene alive. Do not let this fade away again like in the 70s and 80s. Let's keep this fucking ride going, boys. Till next week. I'll see you later. Alligator.